Coming to you from the innovative, immersive Hyundai Virtual Next Weather Sphere. This is Next Weather.
All right, well, luckily around here, the weather is much quieter, much nicer, nice and sunny way to start the week.
But it's about to feel a lot cooler. Meteorologist Grant Gilmore is in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere with the bad news.
Look, I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was last week, so I'll just say
Oh,
that.
yeah, well, thank goodness.
It always could be worse, right, guys? Wednesday and Thursday is going to be a little bit tough to swallow, but when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, I think we'll be okay with it. Look, we just got an update from the National Weather Service going back to the severe weather that we had across the area Friday afternoon when we knew that there was a tornado, all right? National Weather Service sent out a survey crew. They went back out to Atlantic County and Gloucester County on Saturday. They surveyed more damage. They found that the tornado that was there in the Buena Vista area was actually much longer. It may have done some jumping and some hopping a little bit, but it looked like it was on the ground for about 8.5 miles, actually starting back in Williamstown. Not only did they increase the length of this tornado, but they also increased the intensity of this thing. Originally, they thought it was an EF0 tornado, but then they found that that's probably more of an EF1 tornado with wind speeds upwards to around 90 miles per hour. In addition to that, they also found that there was an odd meteorological phenomenon that also occurred that looked similar to a tornado, but was not in fact a tornado. It was a gustnado, where on the rear flank of the supercell that was moving through, it pushed out some winds, kind of like a gust front, where it's a rush of air coming off of the main thunderstorm, and that produced a little bit of a swirl, not technically a tornado, but they call it a gustnado. That also caused some damage there in the Franklinville area. So new info coming in from the National Weather Service. We'll have more information about that on our website on cbsphiladelphia.com. The focus for the severe weather today is a long way from home. It's out there across the Central Plains. That severe threat is going to move to the east with a pretty strong low pressure system, all right? So it brings more of a threat into the Tennessee and Ohio Valley as we go into the day tomorrow. And you're probably saying, uh-oh, that doesn't look good. That storm system continues to move east, but the dynamics that are going to be producing that threat for over 100 million people across the United States over the next couple of days, that is going to move east, and the dynamics die down, and we're left with just a leftover low pressure system and a whole lot of moisture. Not necessarily moisture that's going to produce flooding, but I do think a couple of days of some steady rain, especially when we get that coastal low pressure system to develop. That'll reinforce that northeasterly flow. That's a moist flow coming in off of the Atlantic, and that's going to give us a steady dose of some light showers as we go from Wednesday into Thursday and maybe even into Friday as well. So it always could be worse, right? But at least right now, it's nice. And that's what we're finding across the region right now is those nice conditions under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures right around 70 degrees in most places. So enjoying a pleasant evening, though it is a little breezy. Today we've seen wind gusts up there around 25 to 30 miles per hour. The wind should begin to die down as we go into the overnight. And that northwesterly flow combined with those relaxing winds will allow temperatures to drop down to around 50 degrees early tomorrow morning. Probably a lot of you actually starting in the 40s. 73 tomorrow, rainy, cool couple of days Wednesday and Thursday, but then let's get the holiday weekend started. Temperatures warming back into the 70s as we go toward Memorial Day, with Memorial Day itself looking really nice with high temperatures right around 74 degrees. Guys, back into you.